This was an amazing week, from GameStop to pawn shops to a little bit of a collection pickup. I got a lot of stuff, and like always, I try to do a video showing you what I got this week. Let's see if we got the time, but I don't want to do like a super long video, so I'm only gonna do the highlights, showing you a little bit of the better games that I got. Got like 60 something NES games, a few Super Nintendos, some good titles, some Wii games, some 360, PS5, even Game Boys. I got a couple of consoles, some good games, a few GameCube games, nothing spectacular on the GameCube. But let's do a little bit of a resume of everything that I got this week. And let's start the video. Welcome back to another one of my videos of what I got this week. So I've been blessed that I can do a long video every week because I'm getting a lot of like nice stuff, like this inbox PS Vita that I got from a pawn shop. I did pay off for it, but I don't have a Vita inbox, so I was like, let me get it. So this baby right here was $160. That's what I paid for it. They were asking for $200, but you know, we like to get deals. So we go to another pawn shop deal right here, in which we got some Switch games and a Game Boy Color. So I got Mario Party, I got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I got Zelda Breath of the Wild. Also, we got a nice Game Boy Color with the back. They were asking $59. Ended up getting it for $45, and paid $15 for Mario Party and $5 each for the Zelda games. That was a hell of a deal, people. So the deals are out there. You just need to go to places, make friends, get along with people, be nice, and people are gonna treat you nice. Well, you probably already know that, but I need to talk. So this is a Facebook Marketplace pickup. Another super nice Game Boy. This thing is like super nice condition, so I'm loving it. And it came with Zelda Oracle of Ages. It works, so everything works really nice. It doesn't have audio, so I need to replace the speaker, but it was for $80. I mean, I couldn't say no. It's not like a great deal, but it's just not bad for $80. And speakers are like extremely cheap from the same guy. I got Mario Kart, which I already pre-pack. Mario Kart for the Game Boy Advance for $10, which is like a $20 game, so it's not a bad deal. $25 games. So if you see my shorts, you already saw that I trade a Nintendo Switch Lite for a 2DS and a few 2DS, 3DS games. Nothing spectacular, but I mean, I always love getting these Pokemon games, so that would be a spectacular, getting a Pokemon Soul Silver on that trade. Plus I got some Switch games, in which I got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom once again, Pokemon Sword, I got Splatoon and Sonic. So I got all those games for the Switch. Plus, haven't finished yet, so that was a hell of a trade-in. So I got Sonic Colors, Super Mario Maker 2, Splatoon 2, and Sonic Mania. Also from the same guy that traded me in the Nintendo Switch Lite. I got Mario Odyssey, and I got for the Switch 2 Human Fall Flat or something like that. So another punch out pickup random. I got these two games for $1 each. Nothing like too crazy with this one. Besides, has the Walmart exclusive or whatever that comes with a DVD, rough shape. So I don't know if they're gonna work, but $1 a piece, why not, right? Who wouldn't be happy to get a $1 game? Even though if you don't know if it's gonna work. So I don't find a lot of stuff on thrift stores, but I went to this small thrift store and I found some really nice SNES games. So I got Wolverine for the SNES. I got Zelda, Link to the Past, and I got Kirby Dream Course. Three pretty good games, over $30 each. The Wolverine will be expensive, it will be like 40 something dollars, but the label is not in like the best shape ever. I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the camera is focusing or not, because I got a new camera. I got a DJI Pocket 3. This is my first video with that camera, and I don't know how the video is gonna come out, but I will see and you will see. Also on the same thrift shop, I got these three. Nothing crazy in here. So it's Monopoly, a baseball game, and Range. So these three games I got on the same thrift store. So those 6 games, you won't believe me, but I paid $30 for those. So the flea market, if you already saw my video from last week from the flea market, it wasn't like nothing crazy with this guide. I got it on the flea market last week. I mean, I love Pokemon. For those who know me, they know I love Pokemon, and I couldn't say no to this guy. It was $5. It's not a lot of profit in here, but I'll probably keep it. So I don't care. This one was thrown in for free, but it has some damage. And I got from the same guy some empty boxes. Some empty boxes that I always need. That one, actually a game that I got on the trading for the Blue Switch, so I'm gonna complete it. I got Pokemon Shield 2, I got Let's Go Eevee, I got Mario Strikers, I got Donkey Kong, a classic. Nah, I don't like it. If you like it, that's okay, right? So Ninja Turtles and Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I also got loose, so I'm gonna complete it as soon as possible. So also from the flea market, which it's been dry on games. There's not a lot of games on the flea market lately. What I love about this camera is that it tracks my face, so wherever I move, it tracks my face. So from the flea market for $2, I got Tony Hawk's, and I got Fallout for $5. I paid $5 for Fallout 4. But like I said in my previous video, I'm accumulating Fallouts, so hopefully they increase in price. Pray for me, and I can make some money out of those Fallouts. So also that day, I grabbed a couple from a person on Facebook. I got a couple of collector's edition. This one for $2, which is really nice. I'm gonna keep this one for myself because it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's like a $20-$30 collector box. So it has that doll inside. It's hard with this camera because it tracks my face, so it doesn't want to lose my face. And it has the disc inside. I'm gonna try to post a picture below so you can see how it looks inside, so I don't have to open it on the video. Same thing with the next item, which is one of my favorites. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or not. Probably yes. I try to sell everything. So it's the collector's edition of Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. This thing is amazing. I had to stay close to it so it tracked my face and I can show the box. So I'm gonna show you a picture too. It is complete with the games, all the inserts. The box is in amazing condition. So I'm gonna put it right here so I don't smash it. I don't want to smash it. Another pickup was the GameCube games. Nothing too great on those GameCube games, so I don't gonna put it. So, but Rampage is the one that I think is the best from the GameCube games. I have way too many more things to show you, and way too many good things to show you. So, if you saw my video, let's jump to the collection. If you saw my video, my short from the collection that this guy Mark sold me, there was a lot of like NES games, a lot of like good NES games. Nothing like crazy expensive, but a lot of like good titles, like $20 titles, $30 titles, and of course a lot of like the $8 titles like this one, Buy Out Billy. So I'm just gonna go do a recap of the best of that collection. That collection consists on 60 something NES games and 9, 10 SNES games. So Super Nintendo 10 games, 64 I think it was the number for the NES, for the Nintendo, original Nintendo, and one Nintendo 64. So it also had one Nintendo 64 console. It had a PlayStation 3 that didn't work, and it had one Super Nintendo that was a little bit yellow, as you could see on my video, and it also had one PS1 that worked and two Nintendo original that they didn't work. But he told me that he tried the 72-pin needs to be replaced, which is not hard to do. So I will be doing that. But let me show you some of the SNES games. They were all like decent. I already priced them and everything because I have a convention this Sunday on Palm Beach, Florida. So Zelda, Link to the Past. Again, 2 Zeldas in a week. Mystic Quest. Also I got Home Alone. All of them in pretty nice condition. This game that I never seen it before is UN Squadron. I never seen this one before. Label super nice. It's a little bit yellow in the back, but hey, what else can you ask for? It was a pretty nice haul. It's one of the nicer mini collections that I had grabbed. This one, Rival Turf. We got also Spider-Man X-Men. Really nice game. A classic, all-time classic, Super Mario World. I love this game from the Super Nintendo when I used to play it in Cuba. I got my first Super Nintendo in like 2003, so it was like 10 years after release. That's when I got my first Super Nintendo. I was in Cuba. I'm Cuban, by the way. So I got this other game, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Really fun game too. I mean, I was testing it and I like it. If you don't like it, tell me why. So maybe I didn't play the part that is dislikable. So let me show you the kind of the mid-tier. I'm not gonna show you the best games yet from that collection. I put like the 30 and up apart here. Kid Icarus. That one was in there on that collection. So Wrecking Crew was in there. Zelda. The cartridge is not in like the best condition, but it came with the money, which is always extremely nice to see. I love seeing paperwork, seeing the boxes, seeing the manuals from these old games. I don't know, it's hard to find. If you know, you know. So Load Runner, that also came with a manual. So I tested this game. I remember when I was a kid that they will sell you those preload consoles, and that game was almost always in there. Good Mario Bros. Arcade. When I started reselling video games, I saw this game on a flea market. and I thought it was fake. So I didn't buy it for $5. And sometime later I realized that there was a Mario arcade, and my ignorance back in that time when I started reselling on eBay in general, not video games, it was like, no, that's a fake copy. I'm gonna pay $5 for it. So I don't know. I didn't know. So Castlevania was another of the good ones in there. And in this collection there was a lot of like 5-screw copies. So you're gonna see some that you say, hey, that's not a $30 game, but it is a $30 game because it's a 5-screw copy. Ikari Warrior. Well, Ikari 3. I don't see the Warrior in there. No, Ikari 3. So no Warrior. It's just Ikari 3. Another classic coming up, which is Final Fantasy for the NES. Well, one of the RPGs that started all. If you remember, I didn't play it till recently, but it's a pretty nice game. Mega Man 2. These are classic, people. These are classic games. I remember me playing Mega Man on my Super Nintendo too, and I loved it. Donkey Kong, another classic. Like you can go to the arcades, put 25 cents and play it till Donkey Kong smash it. Popeye, this one is a 5-screw copy too. So some of these games, when they're 5 screws, they're a little bit more valuable than if they are like regular 3 screws. So the difference is the 5 screws are the first release, and 3 screws are later on releases on games. So they may be the same game, like the same Mario that is 5 screws. Like I got some Mario's Black Label that are 5 screws in there, and I got one that is 3 screws. So in this case the 5 screws is more valuable because a couple of more dollars is supposed to be a first print. So here we have Mega Man 3, another amazing game. I mean, I think the Mega Man games were I don't know, this is my opinion, right? Like always, they were ahead of their time. They were pretty good games for I mean, for the NES. There is some games on the NES that I don't find, I don't think they have aged well. They don't look nice right now. For me, they're unplayable. I would call it like that. But the Mega Man games are like definitely one that I test the game and I suck at it, so I'm not good. But if I don't get killed, if I don't die, I keep playing the game till I die, and I keep playing the game for a little while. So those are kind of like most of the 30 and up games. Like I said, there is 60 games on that collection. 64, I think. I don't remember. I'm gonna tell you the number somewhere on the screen when I recount them. But the others are like 25 and below. So I'm not gonna go over all the games. There's a lot of like interesting games that I'll be taking to my next convention this Sunday, and the next one in Saratoga, Florida too, next week Saturday. No, not this week coming up, if not the next one on top. So let me show you the nice PS1 games that I got on that collection too, because I got some nice PS1 titles. So I first got Final Fantasy 8. Amazing. Who doesn't like the Final Fantasy games? I got Final Fantasy 9, another classic, I would say. Final Fantasy Chronicles, which is Final Fantasy 4 with Chrono Trigger, and this one's the Black Label. Some of these games, if they're the Black Label, they're a little bit more valuable. So I got another copy. If you saw my shorts the other day, I was talking, no, I think it was on the long video, not my shorts, about Final Fantasy 7, the one with the arrow in the back, which in this case, this one is the regular one. This one was the one, this is not a misprint, this is the regular one, so this one is a $40 game compared with the other one. That would be like a $70 game because it has the misprint. And then we also got this one, I never had it personally before, I know it was like kind of pricey, Dragon Warrior 7. So Dragon Warrior 7 is an amazing game. All the games from these guys were in pretty good condition. One or two may need a case replacement, but that's no biggie. That always can be done. So I got more stuff from that collection, but I think I'm gonna leave it for the end because kind of bangers. They're kind of my most expensive stuff. So I got a miracle, what you call that, port or import from a PC game that released on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, let's see if you get which one it is. I probably saw on one of my shorts already. So that guy also gave me some PlayStation 4 games, but he didn't sell me his PlayStation 4. He kept them, and the two games that he had for the PS3. Nothing too crazy in there, but you know, it was part of the deal. From that collection, let me see what else I got. No, just the consoles that I mentioned already on the video. And let's go back to GameStop before I go to the more spicy stuff, right? So back to GameStop. GameStores, they're buying and selling right now amiibos. Like this one is brand new, but I don't know what they price it as pre-owned. And some of the prices are really good on the amiibos that they're like coming out with. So this one is definitely one that was worth grabbing. And this one definitely has a little bit of damage on the box, but this one is one that is for $9. I mean, I had to take it for $9. This one has a little bit of damage right here, but for $9 I couldn't say no, honestly. Also from GameStop, but in a different visit, I got this game, which is at around market price. It's called 40 Winks, but I was like, let me get it. Let me get it for me, and because I have a lot of collection of PS1. It's a nostalgic console. That was my second console that I got after my SNES, my Super Nintendo. Then I got a PS1 in like 2004. At least that one I wasn't 10 years delayed, almost, not 10 years. And then I got this one for $9.99, people. From $9.99, I got this game. The condition is pretty amazing. I mean, I don't know. There is deals to be found on GameStop, and the banger of the day at GameStop for $35. I had discounts, $5 off of the month and stuff like that. Was Resident Evil 3. When I saw that, I was like, no, I'll take it, give it to me. And checking the condition of the disc when I was at GameStop, I was like, this thing is almost new. So I took it immediately. I have it, but I have it loose. So now I'm gonna keep this copy, probably, I don't know, and I'm gonna sell my loose copies because we had to make money on this channel. Also from GameStop, the same day I got For Honor with all the expansions for $3, and I got these three on the deal that they're running right now. They're running a deal that you grab 2 games and you get 1 free on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So I got the Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja. This game is one of those games that they open, they put it as new, but they don't sell for a time. And then they put it as pre-owned because they haven't sold it, but it's complete with all the stickers and the keychain. And that is an immaculate condition. So this one was a deal, because this one for $14.99, it sells for around $25, $28. As you can see on the Salt and Complete. And then the next one that I got, which is the free one, which it's around market price, a little bit less, is this Cas, I don't know how to pronounce that name of the game, but I had to get something and I didn't find anything else, and I was like, okay, this one will already give me profit, this one will already give me profit, because they're cheaper than market price. So this one was the ice on the cake, and this one I paid full price, which around market price, but I cannot say no to cheap games when I see them. And I also got the Pokemon cards from GameStop. I don't know, man. I don't know where you live, but here in Florida it's getting so freaking hard to get Pokemon cards. It's extremely hard. So when I see them, I grab them. I'm not like a huge Pokemon card collector, but I mean, they're expensive everywhere. Price charting half these cards like at $12 each. and I paid 560 something. Pokemon had increased the price everywhere, but it's to be expected. The demand is too crazy right now. So I got this baby on the flea market too. Oh my goodness, I had to keep my face closed, remember people? So this baby I got on the flea market too, and I got it for $130. It's not like a bad deal. The box is in pretty good condition and it's complete. It has the controllers, it has everything that needs to be inside. So couldn't leave it in there, I had to take it. Let's see, the other thing that kind of nice but it doesn't work, I had to fix it. The USB ports in the front, none of those they work, is the PlayStation days of gaming. Days of game, I'll put it right here on the screen. I don't know if you're seeing it properly. This one is really nice. I had the blue one, so I was like, let me get the black one, try to fix it. Also on the flea market from a vendor that I know that he buys storage units, I got another PS4 Slim for $60. It works. The guy sells stuff to me that works most of the time, 99% of the time. He always buys storage units and he always get cool stuff. So let's jump into the bangers. Yeah, I already showed you some bangers because that Samurai Jack collector's edition costs money. The game by itself is almost $100. And let's show you some bangers. So the camera is gonna be tracking me, so I had to be showing my face and all times. I had to learn how to deal with this camera, honestly, if I'm gonna be using it, which I think is a great camera, man. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do a little bit of YouTube, I think I'm gonna need to get a nice camera. I'm gonna show you the games at the end. I think I'm gonna show you right now the Zelda collector's edition Switch that I got. These things are getting expensive. I used to get them for like $200, $180 once and everything, and I used to do the little trades on Facebook Marketplace that these guys from YouTube were doing. But right now it's getting harder and harder to get one of these babies. But well, I got that one with Mario Kart and also Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I got that one for $250 with those two games, so it wasn't a bad deal considering that the Nintendo by itself is going for around $300, so that's not a bad deal. So we keep going. So let me see what I can show you first. So let's go on price, right? So we got here on that little collection, the Mega Man manual was in there, Mega Man 1. So this manual goes for over $50, price charting. So it's a pretty valuable manual. It's in really good condition. So there's games that don't even get to cost what this manual cost. The second most valuable thing from the collection that Mark sold me was the Final Fantasy 3 in pretty good condition, this cartridge for the Super Nintendo. Amazing game, another game that is to be loved. The one that I was selling that is a miracle port is a StarCraft 64. This game goes for over $100. This one is in such good condition that honestly I'm gonna price it up. If it doesn't sell, I'll keep it because I put a lot of hours into StarCraft on my PC, on computer. I don't think I'm as good on this version of the Nintendo 64. Playing in a strategy game with a controller is a little bit challenging, but I mean, as a collector, I truly appreciate a game like that. So the other piece that was included in the collection was Dragon Warriors 3.
Nice.
So don't get scared about that price. That price is because it came with the manual. So the cartridge is in immaculate condition. The manual is not in that good condition. but still it's a nice piece. Nice to find a cartridge like that in good shape. And Dragon Warrior 4 was also in there, pretty good condition, label back and front in amazing condition. So the banger of that collection, you maybe saw it on the video, on the short, I don't know, I'm not sure if I show it or not, it was Chrono Trigger. I got a copy of Chrono Trigger that the label wasn't that good, and I got another copy, a game that I never got in my life, that I never saw in my life, and now I'm having 2 copies of Chrono Trigger to take to my next conventions. So the box is not like in amazing shape, but the cartridge is in good shape. The box is like but I mean, it's a box, people. I'll take it. Yeah, in good condition, that's a $300 box. In this condition, I guess it's like 150 or something like that. And the cartridge is in really good, amazing condition. So I couldn't complain about that. I'm really happy with that collection. I'm not like a super crazy Nintendo collector, only if it's Pokemon. But I truly appreciate when I find pieces like these, and I'm always eager for the hunt. So when I find stuff like that, it's hard to find, like Dragon Warrior, like StarCraft, and then Nintendo 64, I really get excited and I really get happy to find this type of items. So I think Chrono Trigger, being around the price it is, which is over $400 with that box, I believe, even though the box is not great, but it's not like horrible, that would be the highlight of what I picked up last week. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite game or favorite console or favorite collector edition from the stuff that I picked up. There was a lot of like good stuff, the Vita, this game that I just showed you, the Nintendo Control Deck, complete in box, the Samurai Jack, the Switch, Tears of the Kingdom. There was so many things that I couldn't show you from this week. If not, the video will be a movie, and I don't want to make a movie because I want you guys to stay entertained, and I don't want to be tedious. So let me know which one was your favorite game, and if you like this kind of content, if you like to learn prices about the video games, to learn about new video games, to see how the market is on new video games, and if you like to see what I get every week, give me a follow and I'll be super grateful. I'll see you on the next one. My name is Armando Galvez and this is Clash Games and Toys.